Hi Libras and cross-watchers, how are we today? Today I'll be doing a reading for the sign of Libra for the months of July and August of 2020. Libra. How has this Mercury retrograde been treating y'all? Having some deep realizations, I hope? Everyone looks at retrogrades so negatively, but they can bring up stuff that really needs to be healed, and it can be so painful but so liberating moving forward because we're finally letting go of or healing from these things, and I think that's beautiful. But Libras, how are y'all? I'm a Libra rising, so I do love Libras. I find that a lot of the people that I've had any kind of relationship, friendship, whatever with have been a lot of Libra suns and Libra risings over my lifetime. Libras. I'm just thinking about the Three of Swords. Is there something you're still holding on to, Libra? Is there an old, not even an old person, is there an old thing or feeling that you're holding on to? Is there a feeling that you're not letting go of, that you're not releasing? It's like you're not even still hung up on the person or the event or whatever. You're hung up on the feeling. You're still holding on to that negative feeling, and it's preventing you from moving forward. Because if you're letting yourself sit in that feeling, how are you going to let in other new feelings or other new people or other new possibilities or opportunities? Libra, if there's someone that you might need to forgive, I would think about it. And I don't mean necessarily reaching out to someone and telling them that you forgive them. I had this conversation with a friend recently. Forgiveness is more about going inside yourself and forgiving that person in your mind and in your heart. It has nothing to do with them, really. It comes to a place where you internally can say, I forgive this person. Which really puts the power back in your hands and lets you let go of that, let go of those negative feelings, that grudge you were holding on to, and allows you to release it so that you can move forward, so that you can regain your peace of mind. It may sound selfish, but forgiveness really is about you. It's about your peace of mind at the end of the day. Because when you can't forgive, you're still holding on to those negative feelings in some way. So maybe that's something to think about, Libra. If there's someone that you might still need to forgive. Because the longer that you don't, the more that they still have power over you. Do you know what I mean? If you reclaim your power by saying, I forgive you, whatever they did, it doesn't have any power over you anymore. You know? So, I don't know, maybe that's something to think about, Libra. But anyways, let's get into the reading. Let's get into it. Maybe that'll come up in the reading. Alright. Any messages for Libra, the sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, any personal planets, whatever, however it resonates. Any messages for the sign of Libra for the months of July and August of 2020. Any messages of love, healing, truth, light, forgiveness. Oh. The first cards that are out are the Six of Cups reverse and the Five of Pentacles. You're holding on to something from your past. You're holding on to some old feelings, some childhood pain. You're not letting go of something from the past, and it's hurting you. And it's because you're holding on to this feeling of abandonment. this is going to get deep. Libra, I think you're holding on to this feeling of, I got left out in the cold, I got abandoned, I got left behind, I was left to fend for myself, I was on my own, I got misused, I got mistreated, I got ignored, I got neglected. And that's something, that feeling. My radio, oh my god. Whew, got some energy in here. Got some energy in here. That spooked me a little bit. Okay. Wow, okay. So yeah, Libra, that's the feeling you're holding on to. That's certainly the feeling you're holding on to. It goes deep. It goes deep. It goes back. This could be something from childhood. This could be a pattern that you've seen repeated a lot in your life. This could be emotional energy that you always give, and this is how it always turns out. Keep going. Messages for Libra for July and August of 2020. Messages for Libra. Messages for Libra. Alright, I'm just gonna pull. Okay. So we have the Six of Cups reversed, the Five of Pentacles, the High Priestess reversed, the Seven of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups reversed, and the Two of Cups reversed. And then we have the Emperor in reverse at the bottom of the deck, which is the overall energy. So Libra, there's some stuff that goes back. There's some feelings that you're holding on to. And it's this feeling of abandonment. You felt that you were left out in the cold. You felt ignored, neglected, and it goes deep. It either goes back to childhood, or this has been a pattern that's repeated a lot in your life, or it's something from your past that you're struggling to let go of. With the High Priestess reversed, I think you're trying to ignore it. Like your gut is trying to tell you something about this pattern, what this means. Your gut is trying to tell you about how to move forward from it, but you're not listening. You're not trusting your intuition. You're not trusting your gut. You're not trusting your higher knowledge that you've gained over the years. It's like you may be stuck in this pattern of this thing that happens and you holding on to this feeling, and your higher self is watching you try to escape this, but you're not tapping into that higher self. You're not listening to your intuition that's trying to help you out of this. With the Seven of Pentacles, you may have invested, you may be realizing that you've invested a lot into these kinds of relationships. Or you've invested a lot of emotional energy into holding on to this. You may have invested and put a lot of effort and work into kinds of relationships that only leave you feeling neglected and abandoned. And your higher self is saying, open your eyes. You're starting to pick up on this. You're starting to see this pattern, but you're not there yet. You're not seeing it. You're not realizing it. I want a clarification on the High Priestess reversed. Can I get a clarification on the High Priestess reversed for Libra? Clarification on the High Priestess reversed for Libra. Clarification on the High Priestess reversed for Libra. Oh. We have the Eight of Cups. Your intuition is trying to tell you that it's time to move on. It's time to emotionally move forward from this. But you're still like, maybe there's something to get out of it. Maybe there's something I can pull from it. Maybe there's some kind of lesson I can learn from this. Maybe there's something valuable I can get out of this. Because look, I invested so much in this, and I still think there's a possibility. But your higher self is like, baby, no. It's time to move on. It's time to let go of this pattern, and you know it, but you're not seeing it yet. With the Emperor reversed as the overall energy, I got this message that this is about a parental figure, a father figure maybe. I'm not going to go there and say y'all have daddy issues. It's possible. Everybody's got their shit. But I think that this struggle of stuff going back to your childhood, feeling neglected, not trusting your higher self that it may be time to move on, continuing to invest in it because you think that there may be a positive outcome and there's something that you can get out of it. But it's this broken parental relationship, maybe. It's this father figure that maybe it's a parental figure that uses very I don't want to say dictator. What I'm trying to say is there's a parental figure or authority type figure in your life that is authoritative more than compassionate, is authoritative more than sensitive, is much more of a I'm the parent and you're the child and you listen to me and obey me. Or takes it a little too far with the I'm an authority figure in your life and I know what's best for you and I have to do these things to get you where you need to be and you're not grateful for it. I think there's just a lot of energy with there is a parental figure that goes back deep that hasn't always been there for you, and there's something you're still trying to get out of this relationship with this person, but your higher self is telling you it might be time to move on. I think you're not seeing that there's a lot of options and ways to move forward because you're so overwhelmed by the different possibilities. I think you're overwhelmed by all of the ways that this relationship could have turned out, or all of the possibilities of the ways that it still could go. But your intuition right now is saying move forward. But you're like, but wait, what if there's still a chance for it to go this way or this way or this way? I think you may be starting to wake up to the illusion as well. I think that you're starting to see that whatever way that you wanted this to turn out, you're starting to realize and see the illusion in it. You're starting to see that maybe you were trying to fool yourself into thinking that something could have worked when deep down you knew that it wasn't going to. maybe you used to have a really positive outlook, like, oh wow, look at all these beautiful things that could happen, look at all these outcomes that are possible, and now you're starting, all of those options are starting to shatter, that illusion is shattering, and you're starting to really see what you need to do and what needs to be done. I think the connection between you and this person is out of balance. There is not a balance give and take. There is not a level of understanding. There is not a level of emotional connection. I think it's out of line, out of balance. You don't feel connected to this person like you want to. I think the Two of Cups reversed also has a lot to do with going inward and finding that balance and that healing and peace within yourself. I think the Two of Cups reversed talks a lot about going inward and starting to do that healing within yourself, for yourself. I'm going to get a clarification on the Seven of Cups reversed. Okay. I got two. I got the Ace of Pentacles reversed and the Seven of Swords reversed. I think the illusion that's shattering is this idea that there was potential there was possibility to build something there, but now you're seeing that there's no foundation. There's not a lot to work with. The illusion that's being shattered is that you're seeing that there is not a clear foundation for this to move forward from. The illusion that's being shattered is that maybe there was an opportunity at one point, but you or this person or both of you missed out on that opportunity. There was an opportunity that fell through, it didn't pan out, or neither of you acted on it and that chance has now been lost. For a time, you may have thought that there was possibility to start over and build something, but you're realizing that there's not a lot to start building on. There's no foundation there. There's no motivation from one party or another or both to get started on this, to start building something on it. Maybe one party does not want this to be built. You weren't lying to yourself, but you were really trying to convince yourself that there was possibility here, and you were really trying to tell yourself there was this self-deception of, it's okay, it'll turn into something, we can make it work, I can fix this, and I think you're letting that go. I think that's the illusion that's being shattered. I think you're also letting go of this idea that you're not good enough. The Seven of Swords reversed has to do with imposter syndrome. I think the illusion that's being shattered is that for some reason you thought that all of this was your fault. For some reason you thought that everything you worked hard for wasn't enough, or who you were wasn't enough for this person. Remember, you don't always, karmically, you don't always deserve the things that happen to you, but you are meant to learn from all of them. All the things that happen to you are not meant to destroy you. They're not meant to just hurt you. But the things that do happen to you that are beyond your control, you do have the power to learn something from them, take something from them, learn a lesson. I think you're letting go of this self-deceit that it's all your fault, and there was nothing to be done, and you tried. There was something, you thought there was a foundation there, but there wasn't. You put the effort in to build something long term. You wanted it to be fruitful. You wanted this relationship, this connection to be successful. You wanted to gain success from it, and you're wondering why that didn't turn out the way it was. I think there was some illusion about what could have been, but you're realizing that there wasn't a strong foundation to be built upon anyway, and it's not your fault. And sometimes things just don't align. Sometimes you aren't meant to be in alignment with a certain person. Whether that be, remember, family is family, but chosen family can be the most fulfilling connections that you find peace and solitude in. Family, blood family doesn't mean much if that family doesn't support you and love you unconditionally. If you find a chosen family that gives you everything you need, fuck your blood family. Family is about the people who love you unconditionally, whether or not you're actually related to them. That is a factor that does not matter. I can tell you that for sure. And whatever it is that you're trying to heal, know that it's possible. And, some things that happen in our childhood, they're really not our fault, and they just happen. But that doesn't mean that it's a cycle that we can't break free from. And you tried, and that's all that matters. You tried to foster this connection. You tried to have a relationship with this person, but sometimes it just doesn't work out that way, and that's okay. Sometimes this person has things that they need to fix, and it's not about you. I'm going to pull 3 more cards for advice. Any advice for Libra for this situation for the months of July and August of 2020? The Star card. Have hope. After a storm, the sun shines again. There's reason to have hope. There's reason to be optimistic. There is so much to look forward to and look to the future to. You're going to be successful. You need that optimism. It's okay to have that optimism, to be hopeful about what your future is going to look like and what other kinds of connections that'll make you feel fulfilled. Those connections are coming to you. You're hopeful. That's a good thing to be. If you have nothing else, you have hope. Any other messages of advice for Libra? Messages of advice for Libra for July and August of 2020. Messages for Libra for July and August of 2020. Messages for Libra for July and August of 2020. You're hopeful. You're hopeful, you're optimistic that things will fall back in balance. You are focusing on what you're building for yourself. You are focusing on how you are going to get in balance financially, how you're going to get your environment to feel balanced. You're starting to let things fall in line. You're starting to learn how to juggle everything. And you're moving forward with an optimistic energy of, I still have love to give. I'm not going to let this shut me down and keep me from expressing the love and kindness that I have to share. The Page of Cups is like, I have so much to offer, and I'm going to balance myself so that I can take my optimism and my stability elsewhere and offer it to someone who can reciprocate that. I'm going to offer it to someone who will love me unconditionally and give me what I need and make me feel fulfilled. You're feeling optimistic, creative, hopeful. You're looking ahead to the future. You know that you still have so much love in your heart to give, and that's beautiful, Libra. Libras, you really do have so much love to give. You're ruled by Venus. Love, beauty, all those things are important, and you know what you have to offer. And you're hopeful about it. You're hopeful about finding your stability, and you're hopeful about what's to come. Libra, this is a beautiful reading. I really do love this. Let me pull one more. Any other messages for Libra for the month of July and August of 2020? Any other messages of advice for Libra? Any other messages for Libra? Any other messages for Libra? Any other messages for Libra? The Ace of Wands. Libra, something's about to get fiery. Something's about to get started. You have this passion. You're moving forward. You have an idea. You have this spark of energy and creativity. You're going to move forward. You're going to start something new. If this was a romantic connection, a new, fiery, more passionate connection is on its way. You have a lot to give, and you're going to meet someone that reciprocates that and makes you feel enlightened, like something is sparked. Something's about to get started. Or maybe you're finally going to start on your moving on journey. There's so much possibility, there's so much opportunity, and you know that. You're so hopeful. You see that. You have so much to offer. There's so much else out there. There are so many people out there who will appreciate and value you. This looks really beautiful, Libra. I think there's so much potential. There's so much opportunity. There's so much elsewhere when you learn to move on from something that's no longer serving you. So that's all I have for you, Libra. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this brought some insight. I hope you resonated with this at all. Wow, it is really raining now. I hope this was helpful in some way. If this resonated with you, leave comments down below. Ask me questions, say hi. I will definitely answer. Like this video if you enjoyed this. Subscribe to my channel. Tell your friends. Please share this video. And thank you all for all of your support. It means the world to me. I'll see you in the next video.